In OwO, there's a million different ways to build your team with 17 weapons, 18 passives, and over 100 animals, not even including the customs. Even if only 7 of those weapons, 5 of those passives, and 12 of those animals are actually meta relevant. In any case, there are still virtually endless synergies to be explored, so I thought I'd try to find the biggest number we can create with the OwO battle command. Many people's first approach to this idea would be give the spider a bow and optimize from there. But the max stat would be was spider level 100, 2000 strength with a bow, fabled and fabled crit, which would be 160% times 1.5, and then you have Vanguard on the side with attack plus plus, multiplying all of that by 1.4. Now that gives us around 6000 damage, but the lowest resistance you can get on any animal would be 16%, so we multiply all of it by 0.84 and we get around 5644.8 damage. Now, 5.6k is nothing to scoff at, but if you want the real high numbers, you're basically going to have to use Absolve. If we're talking Absolve, we're probably going to need a healing staff. So, give Fish level 100 with base 2000 magic a fabled healing staff with fabled crit. This will give us 1.5 times 1.5 for base healing, and then we get an animal with Orb of Potency with double fabled Absolve, which will give us a 1.6 times multiplier for the healing from the fish. Then we multiply all of that by 1.4 because of Vanguard with attack plus plus. This multiplied by the base resistance of 0.84 would give us 8467.2 damage. Now, 8.4k is a pretty big number, but we can still go higher. The highest number I've actually found is with Vampire Staff, Vanguard, and Orb. Start with the level 100 fish with a base 2000 magic. Then you give it a fabled vampire staff with fabled crit. That would give us 3 times 0.45 times 1.5. Then you multiply that by 1.4 because of Vanguard. Then you multiply that by the base resistance of 0.84. And then it applies those heals to our orb with double Absolve. That gives it a 1.6 times multiplier, and then we give that another 1.4 times from the Vanguard, which would give us around 8,961.68, almost reaching 9,000. Now, I've done my research and there are several other ways to do loads of damage. However, all of them fall in one way or another. You might think, wait, isn't Discharge way stronger of a passive than Absolve because Discharge gives a 1.4 multiplier while Absolve only gives 0.8? Yes, that is true, but the highest amount of weapon point replenishing that we have right now is the Arcane Scepter, and that's only a 0.7 multiplier. Now, you might make an argument for double Kamikaze because the health stat goes up twice, while the magic and strength stat only go up once per level up. However, it falls because you cannot get critical on an orb with 2 Kamikazes. The Discharge and Kamikaze strats do 6,914.88 and 6,174 damage respectively. The reason the Vampire Staff Absolve strategy works better than the Heal Staff Absolve strategy, despite not looking quite right mathematically at first, is because the Vampire Staff double dips in the Vanguard. If you know how to break 10,000, please tell me.